Okay, so far our apple will only move left and right. So let's click back on the Create event in the Apple Object selection area and double click on the Start Moving in a Direction icon, and then choose the other directional arrows so we have it moving, or have it where it can move in 8 different directions. Now we want to make sure the player can click on the apple, and when the player clicks on the apple it gives the player a score, and then it relocates the apple to a random position. So let's add an event. We're going to add a mouse event, and we're going to use the left pressed event. So when the player clicks the left mouse button, we want the apple to move to a different position. So we're going to choose the jump command. In this case we're going to use a jump to random position, so I'm just clicking on that option, dragging it to the actions column, and we want this to just jump to random, so we'll hit OK. Also, when the player clicks the apple with the left mouse button, we want a score to be given to the player. So we're going to click on the Score tab along the right side of the screen, and then choose the Set Score and drag it under the Actions column. And you can determine at this point how many points you want the player to get whenever it clicks on the apple. You can choose different points for the apple, different ones for the banana that we're going to add later on, different ones for the strawberry, and so on. So let's say we want the apple to be worth 10 points when it's clicked on, and maybe the strawberry will be worth 20 and the banana 30, whatever we decide. But we want this to be a relative option, so that each time the player clicks on the apple it will add 10 additional points. So be sure to check relative at this point. Okay, so let's test the game, see how it looks. So now we have the apple moving in 8 different directions. It bounces off the wall, and if I click on it I get 10 points. You see I'm not very good at clicking on this apple. But also you notice as I click on it, it relocates it to a different part of the screen in the room, a different part of the room, and I'm up to 40 points now. So let's close this out and go back to adding other things to our game. Alright, let's go back to our editor, and let's go back to our base room, and let's add some more apples. And let's run the game, see what it looks like with more apples. And it's starting to get crazy in here. All those apples floating around. See if I can score some points. Alright, so you see how by now how we can create objects using sprites, how we can make things solid, how we can make things bounce, how we can click on things and then they move to a random position and give us a score. So far so good, I hope.